guys, it's Black Rat from 287 and welcome to the channel. So today we're gonna do a video about the combo, the best combo for free-to-play players in the SX21. So I am a little bit late on that because I have been really badly sick. I'm still recovering, so you're gonna have probably a weird voice, but it is what it is. So I am here and I'm gonna do it now. So let's go now to check the legions. So I already removed everything. So the first legion that we're gonna build, of course, gonna be the first and the best legion because it's the class legion. And what's the best class legion of the moment for free-to-play players? It's gonna be, of course, Harald with Bleeding Steed, with the skin, and with Healer, of course, with Footman. So this is gonna be obviously still the main legion to play because it's the best legion to burn castles, to go through multiple legions. So it's of course what we're gonna use as a first and main legion. Second legion, it's gonna be Roland, Lewis, and not Tura Cartel. Actually, it's gonna be our old but gold Avalanche. No, I'm putting Footman, absolutely not. So why I didn't took Tura Cartel? Because honestly, Tura Cartel is not working that well as we were thinking. So it's okay, it can be a good legion, but I really believe, and after many testing, I really believe that Avalanche is still doing better, especially also that you can one-shot the tiles. But really, it's, for me, way better than any combo with Tura Cartel. So I really don't use Tura Cartel at all. I still prefer to stay on this one, especially that this legion counters very well the Harald one. So here you can do something. You can put Avalanche as a main legion because this way you're gonna counter the Harald. But the problem it's gonna be because when you're gonna attack castles, you're gonna really have more troubles to pass all the legions. You're not gonna kill multiple legions that the way that you can do it with Harald. So that's the big problem of this legion. So then let's go for the third legion. And for the third legion, I'm gonna use my Sendiata, Farah, and of course Rosen. So actually this legion is doing way better since we also have that equipment for Sendiata. Makes him stronger, so he's gonna be actually stronger also because of that. As you can see, I also have the equipment. So it's still a good legion, do very good damage. So it's just a good legion since always still gonna be on your top 4. Nothing to say more about that. And what's changing is the last legion. So for the last legion, we're gonna have something a little bit different this time. So of course it's gonna be about Henry. There's kind of different legions for Henry. The one that I actually like at the moment is for free to play, of course. It's gonna be with Gustav, with Hellfire, and with Henry. It's a good legion. So of course Hellfire with cavalry, front row gonna be Footman, and the back row it's gonna be archery, of course. So it's really, all we can say, a legion who can do a little bit of everything. It's not super OP, but it's really doing the job. It's gonna be really good against the cavalry legions. So actually that's gonna be really enough for the job it's gonna need to do as a 4th legion. Of course you can't have 4 legions who's gonna destroy everything. it's impossible. So it's one of the weakest legions, but it's still gonna be doing the job. So I really appreciate that. And now you're gonna go for defensive. And now that's the problem. The thing is that for a good defensive legion, you always have the classical Lowman, Bleeding Steed, and Warhammer. But you need Bleeding Steed for your best legion, which is in the top one. So that's a big problem there. So I really try to search something really good that you can do, but I really can't find something that great, to be honest. So I would use this. I would put Lowman. I will put Warhammer, and I will put one legion which is actually not very used, but I really don't see. If you guys have any ideas, I will take. But for me, I would put where he is. Can't find him now because you don't have any good choices there actually. I will put. I can't find it. Oh yes, John. This legion was played long time ago, was not bad. That's the only one I can do actually, because you could put a Hellfire also, but it's not that strong, and you need a Hellfire for the legion with Henry. So that's the legion that me personally I would put the best. Of course, defensive legion is really in the last case, because when you are in Eden, it's rare that you're going to be really defending or tanking. If you are not a big spender, you're not going to be tanking, so your defensive legion not going to be really important. But the most important are your 4 main legions that you're going to be using all the time. So that's how I will do. Maybe I mean, I can't say it's really the best of the best, but for me, in my opinion, that's really what I would do if I only had free to play. I am actually gonna show you my setup after. So, of course, first legion gonna be defensive. Second legion, we're gonna always put Avalanche, because it's the one who counters the best the Harald. So we're gonna put Avalanche. In second, we're gonna put Harald, because Harald, of course, is very strong. And we're gonna keep it like this. So after we have Sendiata, who's gonna do tons of damage, and the weakest legion, we're gonna put it in the rank 5. So as you can see, I'm not using the heroes from the new ones, because for me they are not very interesting yet, not enough in my opinion. So I'm not using them at all, even with my heroes also. And also a free-to-play should not really use them. You should really go for this setup. If you want, you can, instead of playing Gustav, Hellfire, Henry, but for me it's the best one to do, you can put the Hunk Henry Sakura, who also works well, and then you can put Hellfire instead of John. That's another alternative that you can use. So those two alternatives are, in my opinion, best to do right now. So with that said, so I'm gonna set up my legions back and also show you what I'm playing now. So I am playing as a main legion Gustav, Hellfire Cavalry, and Alexander. My second legion, it's of course Harald with Bleeding and Healer. My third legion, it's gonna be Avalanche. And my last legion, I think I didn't set it there. Yeah, it's not set, but it's the Hunk, Henry, and Cleopatra. So if you have also Cleopatra, really you must use this legion like this. Oh, my nose. So like this with cavalry. So this also a very good legion, because there's some players, low spenders, who have Cleopatra. So it's going to be also an interesting combo to play, very strong. And in the defensive, I am running, actually not very complicated, but I am running Sendiata there. Of course, Sendiata is not a very good defensive legion, because she does a lot of damage, but she loses a lot of heroes. But I like it to use it for BOH, because even if she don't win, it's a legion who always gonna do a lot of damage on the enemy. So maybe it's not gonna stop it, but your second Legion gonna stop it for sure. So that's why I use it. Why I use it like this, and then I have my main Legion first because it's way stronger. Then I have like this, and that's basically how I use my setup. Okay guys, so we are done with this video for the free-to-play best setup SX21. I see you soon for the next, and peace out.